together as one united people, ready to face the future. Whether you are a fisherman of Grand Cru and Sino, the hunters of Grand Jide and River G, the farmers of Lofa and Bapolu, the Gola and Vai dancers of Bumi and Cape Mount, the hospitable people of Bassa and River Cess, the warriors of Maryland, the miners and explorers of Nimba, the merchants and traders of Bong, the welcoming people of Magibi, or the melting pot of Montserrado. We are one people, Liberians. We have a great challenge and opportunity ahead of us. In unity, we will rebuild this country as a shining example in Africa, demonstrating the power of a determined and united people. Our economy and our national budget will expand and grow like never before. We will improve the lives of our people and put smiles on the faces of our citizens. I promise you that together we can and will do the job. A new day is on the horizon. The time for babysitting is over. God bless you and God bless Liberia.
Come on, let them say ya. Daddy, my business, you catching fever, getting serious like empty river. Ain't no stopping by no river. And as we coming, we sweeping, we cutting, we moving all the way. Yeah. We coming, yeah. We gotta be coming. As we coming, we sweeping, we coming. And then when we meet obstacles, we gotta be coming. We coming. We better than be coming. When the year is nearly checking you again, guys, we coming. We better than be coming. They are on song, we coming. We better than be coming. Say coming, say for they are on to song. We better than be coming. Everybody's talking about a maker, Elizana Kumia Babaki. Everybody's talking about a maker, Elizana Kumia. When the year is nearly checking you again, guys. From the shore of the Gorilla to the peak of the Nimba Mountain, we coming, yeah. We coming, and we coming from the Piso to the shores of the Shepherd. We better be coming, young guy, you're the we coming, yeah. We better be coming. From all the way, my putu to the peak, I want to kiss it. Say one, say two, say three, say four. Come here, we coming. We better be coming. We coming. We better be coming. We coming. We better be coming. Everybody's talking about a maker, Elizana Kumia Babaki. Everybody's talking about a maker, Elizana Kumia. When the year is nearly checking you again, Gazuko. And when it comes, nobody should hold me. Everybody's celebrating as I'm dancing to my right and I'm dancing to my left. Say three, say four. Come here. From Montserrado to Nakibi, Bassa to River Cess. Hey, all the way to Bong County. From Nima County to Grand Jide, River G, Sino, Maryland, and Grand Cru County. Love, I came up, Bumi, and Bapolu County. We coming.
Alexander B. Cummings.
Alexander B. Cummings. C'est combien, c'est fort, et à mon tour, sans Alexander B. Cummings. C'est fort. Alexander B. Cummings.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. I don't know how to say thank you again, but I say thank you. Thank you is nothing but thank you. There's no other way I can say, but I say thank you for tuning in and share the video. We will be talking some stuff here today. It won't be easy. And the war have been declared, and there will be no peace until after 2024 and 2023. So they have this thing they say, in times of war, prepare for peace. But the political war, I have declared a political war already. So I'm not here to make friends. If you and myself, if you think you don't want to be friends with me, you can keep your friendship until after 2023. We can come back to the table and reconcile. My eating partner in your house, your eating partner in my house. My bills don't go to your house, your bills don't come to my place. So let it go. We're talking about Liberia right now. Everything is Liberia. And if anybody want to go on the other side, trust me, once they come to Liberia, I will hit you hard. So I want to say thanks to all my followers. I've been receiving calls, whenever I miss a day. I'm so grateful that people will call and check on me. They say, "Oh, General, what happened?" Yeah. I will try my best to come on every day, 11 o'clock. So I will try my best to be on 11 o'clock every day, prime time. So I've tired looking for this schedule, and I think prime time is better for me. And someday you will see me coming up in the day or in the morning. Don't worry about it. If I miss, I will play something. But I will do I will do my best to come up every day, 11 o'clock. I know you've been watching Facebook. I'm going to start with this. And I want to send this message out to a lot of people, folks. I am not one of those guys who will sit in a room and afraid to make joke for my VIP to laugh. Maybe you understand it. When I'm in the room with the person I'm supporting or the VIP, the very important person, it could be the president, manager, or whatsoever. I myself, I know how to make fun for that man to laugh. He don't gotta. The joke don't have to come from him. Okay, maybe you're not still getting it. If you in this room and you got one man putting hands in his pocket all the time and give it to you, even if that dude just smile, you will smile. When he face frowner, your face will be frowner. He will say something that sounds stupid, but you will still laugh. Because you know what? You're taking from him. Because you're taking from him. And for people that don't know, before the whole Facebook thing and whatsoever, before some of us even came to this country, there's a lady, whether we like her or not, they call her Yasinde. Yasinde been in the advocacy business a long time. I saw an old thing, an article one time about her. Yasinde then been fighting for this war crime and economic and war crime code. So it is shameful to see people saying that, oh, Mr. Cummings is the one who pay all these people to go to Washington, D.C. and whatsoever. Mr. Cummings got plenty of money to be paying people. Everything is Mr. Cummings. Everything is Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings paid this. And as of today's date, in my book, I have declared Spoon TV to be the propaganda arm of UP and CDC. But Munir, why would you say UP and CDC? The owner of Spoon TV believed in himself that either George Weah would be president or Joseph Newman Boakai. So either way he stands. So Mr. Cummings is nothing. They will trash Mr. Cummings because you know what? Every one of them afraid of Cummings. Because Spoon TV believe that they can cross or deal with this government, and this government is doing everything for them to survive, to keep running the show. So they are running the propaganda. And then for JB, that he supported and stay supporting JB, but pretend as if they do. Look, if Spoon TV wanted that, it is their right. I don't have problem with that. I don't have problem if Spoon TV want to support whoever they want to. But then, do not call yourself. Okay, I will put it in a group like Fox TV. The Fox channel, everybody know Fox. They are all Republicans. But at least Fox is saying that we are Republican. Let Spoon tell us they are on the side of CDC. But don't play between two political parties. When things is going good to UP, then it's fine for him. If things going good to the government, then it's okay, and then pretend. But the only person that both the two parties are afraid of is Alexander Cummings, because the Alexander Cummings government, if we will elect Alexander Cummings, the Liberian people will elect Alexander Cummings. They will eat the wars. The deals that they're crossing today, they will not cross it. They honor the Alexander Cummings government. Once you go through everything, every Liberian will have the right to open a radio station or television station or to do business in Liberia. Nobody will suppress you, and I can tell you there will be no suppression under the leadership of Mr. Cummings. Whether you support Mr. Cummings or not, you will not suppress any Liberian if Mr. Cummings is president of Liberia. If you want to open 10 radio stations, it's up to you. But we will not monopolize things that other Liberians will want to get. Today, we got one station, one person with 3 radio stations. At the same time, listen, they got a Spoon Network, 3 radio stations. They got a CDC TV. They got the Monrovia City Corporation, and they got the ELBS. All these stations are directly controlled by the government. And then, I forgot, they got a LINA, Liberia News Agency. They only promote the government and the president. We know that. The LBS, opposition cannot go there. When you try to use it, they push you around and tell you, say, oh no, we got things to do, this and that. They are just propaganda arms of the government. Any other Liberian who want to open a radio station, you are in serious problem. We know exactly what's going on in Liberia when it comes to the media. They pretend, they say, oh, President, we are just signing Abdullah Act. It's just for flow show. It's just for flow show. That group, they are so, when it comes to corruption, they are too smart. They are very smart. This boy plan, they say, listen, sign this document, we'll pass this into law, and nobody have done it before. Yes, freedom of press is okay, but yet undercover, you suppress them. Why will you want to even waste your time to listen to people who just, maybe just for fun, just give false information? How in the world, with a network who consider themselves that they are the biggest, will continue to give lies, false information to the Liberian people? It is sad. But you know what? I love the Liberians. Liberians will discover it. Right now, Liberians have discovered Freedom FM. They know that Freedom FM is one of the worst FM stations. All they do is all about the government. Liberians know that already. And then Spoon, they know that. So, Spoon is saying that Mr. Cummings, or liar, Mr. Cummings this, don't listen to them. Continue to give the message. Mr. Cummings is in Liberia. He lives in Liberia. Mr. Cummings is now one. You know, when I hear them on Spoon saying that, Instead of y'all concentrate on the people, give the message to the people, and don't talk to Spoon, because Spoon is a big, listen, that thing is over. I was one of those who was saying it. It's over. Spoon Network, they are just like you and myself. They almost like Francis Doe, who supported Mr. Boaka. They like any other person. Election is on right now, coming on. So, as far as concerned, Spoon Network, I don't care if the ANC people can go on there. If they want to take ANC, when they give you the opportunity, you can use it. But Spoon Network is the propaganda arm of the government. Every information that they bring out to us is the information that somebody in government sent to him. So the information is not genuine. How long it would take the Spoon Network, even in Liberia, nobody talk about the framework agreement anymore. Because all the radio stations know that the framework agreement is just a BS. They all know in Liberia, no station wastes the time to talk about, because they know they are lying. Spoon is the only station up to present cannot understand and still don't know what is going on. They continue to give false information. If you get Kev Hassan, who, according to information, struggling to pass his little state board test, they say he tried 7 times, according to info that somebody sent to me, will go on Spoon and insult a man who work hard, who never one day stole from the Liberian people. And you supporting a corrupt government and you calling decent people criminal cartel. Look, Kev Asa, you will eat your words when the time reach. When the time reach, it will happen. So Spoon, I don't know why you can worry for. Just how Spoon play it, we all know the intention. And I will tell you guys this. Spoon is the springboard. You know, when you go to swim, you know the springboard, the one you bounce on to swim? That is where Butt Naked go and collect his money. Whenever Maggie sending money to Butt Naked, he send it through the Spoon Network. And then the Spoon Network pay. We got all that information. But let them continue. Politics, we know. Look, it's better for you to come out. If you say you're going to support Joe Boaka, support Joe Boaka. If you want to support George Weah, support George Weah. But these guys are playing between the UP, and I feel so sorry for JMB. Because Butt Naked gone. Butt Naked gone. Spoon is embarrassed. Spoon is in a situation where he thinking, I should just show up publicly with George Weah to come up and say I'm supporting him, or I should just remain as JMB, because you know and I know. But what I'm saying here is that you heard them that Mr. Cummings paid people today to go to New York and to DC to give the signature. And Mr. Dumb, Kev Hassan said, but how she collect the signature? Kev don't know that you can collect signature in Liberia just by sitting to your house. So which part of America this guy live? You live in America and stay, you don't know that you can stay home and sign. When the people tell you say they need your signature, you think they got to come to your door in Liberia where we'll go around and say, oh my man, please come and sign here. We need peace in Liberia. We need war crime code. We need the economic and war crime code in Liberia. People need justice in Liberia. There are spirits flying, moving all over that country. People have not gone out yet because they have not gotten justice. Some of them are crying every day. There are spirits all over that place. Some of the things that happen in Liberia, you can understand that. It looks like some of the wicked things they do in the country here. That's why all kinds of things happen to Liberia. We need closure. We need justice. We need justice. In Liberia, you're listening to Mr. Cummings today. I'm done with Spoon. Spoon just a propaganda. It's not a radio station that there to serve the people. Because every information, Spoon will get information from Yombly. Spoon get information from the government and protect that information. And if you go up there, there is nothing. I'm just so sorry that every one of them are sorry for the Ben Senvi, the Timberlane George, the or whosoever on that network, but they are not. I will exclude them because when you watch it for yourself, you will understand that they're going through hell. The time is divided between the CEO and Kev Hassan. They are the only people who got the time. Kev Hassan on salary, eating public money, free. Kev Hassan got a regular allowance coming from Liberia. So he stays on that show and just give the information. They do all kinds of things, and nobody going to close them down because they got the backing of the government. But Freetown man say Kaka Alonso to go court. We saw KMTV before. We saw other media outlet. Do not worry. The real journalists will remain in Liberia when Mr. Cummings is president. So all the nonsense they're doing, according to John the list, they are all partisan and journalists. Don't get me wrong. They got some guys that say the journalists are supporting ANC, but I will not buy it. I told someone that are very close to and wanted us to get into this business. And I told him, I was upfront with him. I said, listen to me. If George Weah government were going to allow it, I was going to open my own network in Liberia because I was prepared and I'm prepared to open it. But I couldn't get anything. For every time they went in, I thought because Eugene Nambwe did that, they threw it out. So who you expect to give me a radio station? I was going to be in Liberia by this time with my little to get a repeater and to get a whole station. It's cheap. I had everything already, but there's no way. So I told the guy, I said, listen to me. Right now, election, I already made it clear that I'm supporting Mr. Cummings, and everything here is about Mr. Cummings. I'm not going to waste my time doing this to support Mr. Cummings at the same time to pretend. I'm not here to pretend to nobody. My support for Mr. Cummings every day is increasing. Every day. Every day is going higher. They're confident in this coming election. Look, I've never seen a Liberian who's into politics like this man. This man is disciplined. He's patient. That is what they call leader. He has every characteristics of a good leader. He don't just listen. And let me say this. Mr. Cummings will not bring himself down to answer people who will insult him. We will not insult them, but we will call them out. Guess what? You don't need to insult Spoon. Just call them out on all the wrongdoing. And also, I will be playing a tape. I'm not from the Power Society. I got a tape that I will be playing. Not today. I'm putting it together. And it will run at least for an hour. So, just so you will see some of the contradiction and the lies that people carry on. They will see it and know that, listen, not everything you say on Facebook, you got to be careful what you say on Facebook. You got to be careful what you put out there. So, Spoon now in my book, the Spoon Talk. The Spoon Talk airs in Liberia from 6 o'clock, I think from 7 up to 11 o'clock in the night. That's the last stage and program for the night on the channel. So but I don't the day program is okay. The day program, they can do whatever they want to do. But the Spoon Talk show is one of the propaganda arms of CDC. Number one. Second is Unity Party. So when you listen to them, I don't want you to get mad. They might block you, they might black you up. Maybe they will block me, but they can't block me. They will not block me. If they block me, then it will be worse. They cannot block me. If they block me, I will put out some information that people will feel bad about themselves or about me. But they will not block me. I challenge them. They will never block me from Spoon Talk. If they block me, that means I know that they're ready for war. So they will not block me. So, but they will block you. Listen to them. Don't get mad. Just listen. You know, it's good to listen to people. For me, it's like a fun. And you know when I watch the show after. That's where I can catch them from. I asked them the question, you watch the show after the whole thing? No, they don't know. Because you said some things. I do it to myself. I watch my show the next day when I go to work. I put it on and listen to it and see some of the mistakes, and I try to correct it. But it's not an easy thing. It's hard. So y'all listen to Mr. Cummings today. Mr. Cummings continued to preach the message. And my people, you see the God that we serve, he's a wonderful God. Some people say he's slow but sure. No, he's not slow. But we plenty. The common man will say we plenty. And so now I want make fun, I can say, the thing that made God can reach to some people, because other people can pray too long. They will pray until God can say, okay, Angel Gabriel, just listen to that person because I got to talk to Munel. Munel to pray. But when God ready for you, he will test you. Even Job, with all the hardship that Job was going through, with all the problems, God allowed Satan, the devil, to take away everything that he ever worked for. He said, just don't take his soul, but see his faith. But yet and still, God, Job, they believe in God. And he refused to bow down. With all the things that are going on to Mr. Cummings right now, Cummings is the only thing that he's not in jail. But Cummings has been treated just like a political prisoner. He's a political prisoner. How, in the first time of our history, to have a misdemeanor, a case that's supposed to last for 30 days. They say every citizen under the Constitution entitled to a speedy trial. But you see that when they say justice delayed, justice denied? My first time to see where they took you to court, they say you're a criminal and the government's supposed to prosecute you. The government still cannot come up with evidence. They cannot come out with an evidence, but they're keeping you. The justice minister, after 4 months, requesting for evidence. People are dying who have important things in Liberia. Their Solicitor General chose to sleep, dream about Alexander Cummings. That I will jail him. I will prosecute him. The case is over. He been charged already. He this, he that. Temporary evidence and says a mistake. Temporary, deliberately removing evidence that's supposed to get Mr. Cummings out. Took it out completely. We found out. The first day the case came, they trash it. The justice minister put it back. Tell me, if they can take a cheap little evidence, you think that every Liberian politicians who don't care about their name, President Weah don't care about his name, Maggie don't worry about his name, Tametwe don't worry about their name because they never worked for their name. They never built that name. So character-wise, they don't give a damn. And including from the spoon people, they don't give a damn. The butt naked guy don't give a damn. Darius Dillon don't give a damn. All the politicians, Ure, Bwaka, they don't give a damn about integrity. Small little case. Then you expect for Alexander Cummings to sit back, a man who is well known around the world. And I love it today when he said, I'm on so many boards. Chevron. He calling companies recognized man. And who the man hired? One of the best. One of the best. And I want to say kudos, bravo to Dr. Peabody. September 24th, on Spoon Talk, while they were talking, when Taylor Ure was giving her lies and said that the lawyers, there was no lawyer that took care of the document, nobody touched it, and her father said, no, daughter, shut up. We give it to the lawyers, and the lawyers give it back to us. Dr. Reverend Peabody, Henry Peabody said, I think we really need a forensic. We need somebody to look at this document. Wow. September 24th. This month, Mr. Cummings have hired the best in the world. A woman who her husband was once former Prime Minister of Great Britain, who has integrity, she don't joke with it. Mr. Cummings said, do it and publish it. And today, we all know about the core group. The core group, these guys, God will punish them one at a time. Y'all listen to me. What is bad, and I will pray to God every day for God to expose them. Their generation will feed it. This core group is comprises of what? Councilor Senator Zago was the chairman of that group. Bot Neke was in that group. Darius Dillon in that group, including the three parties, they were all in that group. I will be honest with you. I feed them. I understand where they came from. But some people in that group were not there purposely to just damage Mr. Cummings. Other people were in that group believe that if Mr. Cummings don't win the primary, he will leave. That is why some people were in that group. Please share the video or like the video too, because I never had the time to share most of the video. Some people believe that. So, as time went by, everything, they noticed that, oh no, Mr. Cummings not going nowhere. Mr. Cummings not going nowhere. I think we need to come up with a different strategy that had the number one ranked leader, Bernard Ure, started with his uttering, temper with. Then Butt Naked came off the word they call fingering. Because Butt Naked loved to finger. Butt Naked finger small girls. So he good at that. So he started using fingering. But Bernard Ure said, temper with. So they started. But other guys were in our group started and said, oh, no. That's not what this is not what, this was not the plan. Momo Samula, thank you, my brother. I know your life is in danger right now. Because yesterday, people were driving behind you, strange cars, and we want to let people know that it's not an easy thing. There's a guy who the jail, or another advocates, and I was killed. Since this ball came, because I will tell you, this man have been struggling to come out, to speak out from the time he left. He decided to leave ALP when Mr. Ure told his people to go and vote so ALP can get out of the collaboration. He said, no. He said, that's not what we're going to do, Mr. Ure. And two, I'm not going to support Mr. Bwaka. You can't force me to support. He and Mr. Ure start having little argument. So he refused. He never voted to take the ALP out. So they went overwhelmingly a democratic process. They won. He said, I'm not voting. And this guy said, even if we go to the convention, I will not vote for Mr. Bwaka because this collaboration was not together. We never put this thing together because of Bwaka. Why now? Some people in there felt that Mr. Cummings was going to leave. That's how they were thinking. Because Mr. Cummings got money and people were switching over to Cummings. All the senators, they were switching over to Cummings. And I love what somebody said. He said, first I thought it was money. Mr. Cummings was getting all these things but money. And Mr. Cummings never gave Sambola a penny. He said, let me be honest, if you're going to give me money, I'm going to change my car. So Liberians think Mr. Cummings just in the business to waste money out there. But let me tell you today, if you're in Liberia, listen to me. The people that work for the money, not easy to give it all easy. They will help group of people. They will help organization. But to just give you money, you just won't vote. Why should I give you $5 million or $5,000 just for you alone? What sense it make? Give you $5,000, you alone. You got one vote, I get one vote. As you give you why can't I employ you? So if you lucky and Mr. Cummings cannot employ everybody, so you can get about 10 strategists. They get 10 political analysts. Mr. Cummings can hire all of y'all. The ones that I want to hire, you will hire them. He ordered, they owe him. So I know some of y'all can feed your vest. I know some of the ANC people say vest. But if you're a member, Mr. Cummings know that you got his back. If Mr. Cummings want to hire another expert, so be it. But Mr. Cummings do not give his money out easily. He work for it. He work hard. They're not stealing money. No accountability. You want money, go to UP or go to CDC or go to Spoon. If you in America, you want money from UP or CDC, they will send it through Spoon and you receive it. That's it. Because that the propaganda arm in. So they throw all the other CDC stations aside. Gilmer, Prince Sheriff, all the guys them, they nothing. Class D, nothing they get. Because they got a big one and they got Spoon TV. So they got Spoon Talk. So Spoon Talk now is the American-based propaganda, #1 propaganda station for CDC. Then UP. So they play between UP because all in their mind that Mr. Cummings will not even, let me tell you something. All in their mind that it will be a second round and it will be between CDC and UP. But what I want to tell you today, if you in Liberia listening to me, if you here and you're supposed to campaign and go home, this election, I don't think there will be second round. So we are not talking about second round. We are fighting to get to the finish line. If it will be a second round, so be it. Listen to me. If it will be a second round, then when the second round comes, then we'll campaign again. But for now, we are fighting to win the first round. And don't think that we will get 10 candidates. The last time we had 22. Charles Taylor time we had 12. Charles Taylor has 75% of the vote. But I will not say it's the same Charles Taylor time. But it is possible. Maybe we might have 4 candidates. All the other ones who still struggling want to go to go run for president business, please, you're wasting your time. If you have not started and you're in America and you want to go home to go run, maybe you're trying to introduce yourself. Don't waste your time. You will come right back here to work. Mr. Cummings ain't got to work again. Mr. Cummings already retired. That's what he in that business for. And Mr. Cummings just want to help. Because Mr. Cummings got no reason to be in that business to run for office. He got no reason because he don't want the money, but he want to help. So by himself, he will help few thousands of Liberians. But as president, everybody will benefit because the government got money. We got the resources that every Liberian is supposed to enjoy. We got the resources. The government is capable of giving us free education in our country for what we have. But all our leaders, so corrupt. Every one of them got rich from government, including George Manneh Weah. His earnings, his money today, his riches. I bet you when you go and look into George Weah money, his riches today, you won't find one sucker money in there. None. Every money that President Weah got today is taxpayer money or money from outside that was given to government and he kept it for himself. I can challenge that. And if President Weah want to prove us wrong, let he publish his asset and let the people open it for investigation and see how much he came with. You see, Liberians, this coming election is this election will take us forward or will destroy us. It is up to you. The mistake you make, you can get it, you can rectify it. Ask yourself, you voted for President Weah. You going 5 years today. Where are you? Are your kids in school? You got a handful of people enjoying your sweat because you were under that reign. But today you stay to the same place, struggling to feed your kids, struggling to send your kids to hospital. That is what corruption does to people. Corruption do. Corruption deprive you from education, good health care, deprive the country from infrastructure. It damaged the future of the youth. Security, everything. It stopped businesses from coming to Liberia. This is the first time that the American government telling us that we are corrupt. In our own country, they're telling you straight, they say you too corrupt, man. America used to be acting like, they will take time to do it. But this time, the ambassador in Liberia putting it straight in your face, say you're damn corrupt. So what we looking for now? What we waiting for? The white men will tell us say we corrupt. Everybody, look, excluding Mr. Cummings. And that's why they try to put in, oh, Mr. Cummings temper with document. But let me tell you something. You don't have to do bother me again. Liberians voted for Prince Johnson, who killed. Liberians voted for George Bode and Yeke Koluba. Liberians voted for and officials who continue to steal. They stole money from us. Today they are rich. Liberians voted for them. Why Liberians should be refused? Why Liberians should refuse that you think they're not supposed to vote for Mr. Cummings? Where in the world that no, Mr. Cummings tamper with the document, so we can't trust Mr. Cummings. Oh, but we should trust Prince Johnson that the people voted for. We should trust President Weah, who continued to steal the country money. We should trust George Bole. But we shouldn't trust Mr. Cummings because Mr. Cummings temper with the so-called tempering with a document. You think that the only way you were pushing unless we campaign. Liberian people, think about it. The CDC people saying and the UP people that they say Mr. Cummings temper with the document, but they ran away. I thought you can stay in the house and fight and fix the house, but they left the house because they can't beat you. They left the house. They got so criminals in our group who fighting. They stay negotiating. They got recordings on them. They're begging for money and they're coming out. They're pretending to you. They're more Ali. They're butt naked. They whosoever, every one of them, they are betrayed. They have betrayed you already. Darius Dillon, they did it done. It's finished. But they're telling you, don't vote for Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings temper with a document. Which document? So which one you prefer? Like Prophet Key can say, nobody ever died from man causing. People die from gun. So tell me who you prefer. Let's be honest. You got this guy who they say is perfect, is clean. He showed to you that he's good. Every one of them know that this man is good. Every one of them know that this guy is qualified. They say, but you can't trust him because he tampered with the document. But the people who telling you that the people who stealing, Bernard Ure stole, Bernard Ure put you in refugee camp, but at the same time, while you in refugee camp, you vest. You say Mr. Cummings never went to refugee camp to see you. But the man who put you in refugee camp, he didn't go there. Ellie Johnson put you in refugee camp, you voted for her. Bernard Ure put you in refugee camp, you gave him big job, he stayed there today. George Manawia, enjoy your sweat. You supported him, you cheer him to victory. Every day you to the TV, we made him president. He never did anything, but we made him president. You got Prince Johnson, who killed. We made him senator. Charles Taylor killed 250. We made him president. Edwin Snow, he stole from LPRC all over the place. We made him senator. Darius Dillon came and fool us. We made him senator. He came with 300. He got 3,000, 350,000 out today. But they say that they same guy now. They say don't vote for Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings fool us. Mr. Cummings tamper with the document. Where he tampered with the document, they can't tell us. You see how dumb they are? Don't fall for the nonsense. Do not fall for their nonsense. They are all criminals. They think that you don't think. They will come around with all the so-called propaganda station. They will come and say, oh, we went down the hole the other day and we asked all the people, only 4% voted for Cummings and 10 voted for Joe Barker, 75 vote for Joshua. You believe it? Then you ask, you say, who did it? That one CDC man. Then when Spoon Talk read it, the number one propaganda arm now for CDC and UP, when they read it, they say, oh, y'all call the station. When they call the station, they say, oh, Mr. Cummings got only 25 votes. Then Mr. Barker got 30 votes. Joshua got 75. Oh, the whole thing here that Joshua and Mr. Cummings and Barker. Don't let them fool you. I'm not afraid of them. They are damn corrupt. The war has started. We will have peace after the election. I'm not going to insult nobody, but at the same time, I will not sit for nobody to damage my country. I felt the war. I went through the war. I ate cocodoro. I ate Bubba John. I got mark on my damn foot here from the cutlass cutting me. I got a damn grenade on my side at Freeport. It's just God that took some of us through that damn war. It's just God. The grenade I dropped to Freeport, I was going home. Something just that from that day, I don't go in crowd anymore. Something told me to just walk out and that thing blasted. When they used to throw the grenade when Charleston, when Prince Johnson was in Monrovia. I got one on my side and on my stomach. Just imagine the distance. So we felt the war. And what caused that war? Misinformation. Election caused the war. Then we sit here, we allow stupid people to sit on other TV and be insulting our intelligence and lying to our people. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. I don't care what you get. I don't care who you are. But the fact is that we all Liberians and we want to go home. We will not sit here and allow all kinds of people to rub the damn mouths on Liberia and make it look and try to tarnish other people. You with a corrupt group, but you call it another man corrupt. Stealing from our country every day. Eula had a program. Nathaniel Maggie gave $7,500 to Eula. $2,500 for his registration. He said he's a member of Eula now. I know where he lives in America. Then he gave another $7,500 on behalf of Summit 12. Then Spoon Talk gave $5,000. I guess I'm not giving it. When the last time Spoon Talk gave $100 to the Liberian Community Association. But today on the Spoon Talk, they had this boy who I'm supporting, Hector, a young man, smart, educated, social. He president of the Old Timer in Trenton, did good. The same thing that happened to Mr. Cummings today is the same thing that happened to him in Trenton. You got Zoga Wilson from Liberia, who Hector Weir raised money for, supported him, calling Hector that labor, he too frisky. And he called my name, he called Mong name, he called Leroy. But this is the same minister of sports who played football in Liberia and today they ban our stadium. This is the same minister of sports who is so damn corrupt today, buying all the small old houses in Trenton just from stealing. But he talking about Leroy living Benson. Leroy ain't registered, but Leroy endorsed him. I'm voting. I will vote. Calling, he will register people. He said himself in Liberia, damn corrupt. The minister of youth and sport is so corrupt. He said his damn fat self in America, in Liberia, stealing and trying to say that they shouldn't vote for the ball because the ball, that small ball. It's the same problem today with Mr. Cummings. The other guys, they're in Trenton because they've been there so long. They've been in Trenton. They were in court for 15 years. This ball came in the last 7 years and make and took the gap and fill in that gap and make the old timer to be relevant while the older people were fighting among themselves. Today they're ganking up around him because he's running for president. So Mr. Fat Zoga, who played football in Liberia and think that he owned the Ministry of Youth and Sports, so corrupt and pretend as if he's smart, his government official will listen. They will investigate every one of them. They're keeping the money in the house. Now they can't put the money in the bank again. They're keeping the physical cash in the house now. Calling on Spoon, talking about the boy begged us to go and endorse him. He called my name. He called my name. He called Mom. He called Leroy. Corrupt man like Zoga Wilson. Corrupt man. How will you get involved in the Liberian community election to call from Liberia and send text and say if there's anything I will send your money so you will register people to vote? The same thing that going on Mr. Cummings today. That's the same thing happening in Trenton because Hector, that labor. The other frisky boy here, he met all the OOPO in the town here. Then he won't run for president. After the boy worked with them, after the boy, everyone that were in the old time, oh, Hector. No, the mayor recognized them. They try having July 26th and this and that. But because he's running for president now, so he a labor. Zoga Wilson, pay attention to your job. Stop eating government money. You build or gym or basketball thing by the stadium and you give the amount that you pay. And we know you are corrupt. You tired of eating the borrow people money here. Don't let us talk about the time you are to the gate selling the recycling ticket now. What? I just said it, eh? Okay. I just said it. So, do not. You come on TV again. You go on your propaganda station. You better know what you're saying there. You better know what you're saying. You send a text. You will pay. You will register the people. Hector, a frisky picking. All the way Hector raised money for you. Hector did this for you. Put people together. When they gave you that position, what Hector did for you? What Hector did for you, Zoga? What the old timer did for you? Don't be ungrateful, man, please. Don't be ungrateful. Don't be. You are the people that say politics are interest. When we were supporting George Weah, you told us that we ought to know better. George Weah was trash. But today, you all honor George Weah's feet. When we were supporting George Weah, killing ourselves, people insulted us. You were one of those. Today, you enjoying the benefit. Nobody vex. Nobody care. Nobody worry about you. So be careful, my brother. We have seen a lot of other officials who went in the past and came back. We know them. But you call my name, that's why I answer you. I answer you because you call my name. It's none of your damn business if I endorse Hector Weah. It is my prerogative. It's not you. You endorse the old people. You endorsing the old people. Today you were together, the next day nothing, this and that. You need to go and reconcile with the Barrow people too. You need to go and reconcile. It's so, my boy, listen, it's too funny now. Zoga and Mele, Gosse couldn't speak. Zoga and the other people couldn't speak. All of them together now. It's the same thing in Liberia. Today, Benna, Ure, Joe Bwaka, George, the CDC, everyone of them are together against Mr. Cummings because they're afraid of Mr. Cummings. They're afraid of Mr. Cummings because Mr. Cummings is the man. They have never seen a politician like that. The man is so patient. He don't just make decisions. He will explain. So guess what? If Mr. Cummings president of Liberia, you think they will have information from you? No. Mr. Cummings will have a press briefing. Mr. Cummings will have a real press secretary. That nonsense there, the Cummings administration, no minister will go to information ministry to go gather and have press conference. You will go to the executive mansion, you will sit in the press room, and they will give you all the information, you will ask questions, and someday Mr. Cummings will come there and do it, and you will hear your president. You will hear your president. So if anybody think that if Cummings president, they will run their own show, that's your business, you better be thinking about something else. You know what I'm saying? Too much time, waste of time. So they're afraid. Why should 5, 6, 7 ministers go to information ministry to go speak, to have press conference? You can't have the press conference to your ministry. I'll do less basic people. That's why government are getting nothing. But the Cummings administration, trust me, no minister going to Cummings house in the morning. Because by the time you get up, Cummings already to the place there. In fact, I said, thank God that George, we have moved to the mansion. But he can't sleep there. Don't mind that fear, he can't sleep there. Cummings time, he'll be sleeping there. So I don't know how you will manage. I don't know how to manage. The whole government, then for the assistant chief propagandist, Kev Hassan, talking about Mr. Cummings, the group, the corrupt cartel, criminal cartel. He stole the war from what he said, Eugene Fagon. Kev Hassan of all person and all can be causing Mr. Cummings. But listen, Cummings will not react or answer anybody. Mr. Cummings is above that. You, as much as you want to chill with the big boys, you will not chill with Mr. Cummings. You will not chill. The entire Spoon network, when they attacking Mr. Cummings, the only thing I see in there is jealousy. It's jealousy. Mr. Cummings have worked and retired. Hey, I said this again. I do not sit with people in a room where I cannot share joke. I don't give a freak if you the one I'm supporting a human leader. I will make fun in that room. And if you say anything that is not funny, I will not laugh. I will not laugh. If you give it to me, I will take it, but I will tell you the truth. That is why we're on a team together. And I will say this. If you can't stand the heat, leave the kitchen. If you can't stand the heat, leave the kitchen. But we will not sit here for people in America to use our government money to give to people. That where Bud Nicky can go get your allowance from Spoon Network. Here, let me tell you today. Bud Nicky gone already. He was CDC. United Party, even including the other men who say he's not Christian, he's not Muslim. And you're listening to them, they say they can be calling and asking for rent. The video will come out. They know Nathaniel Maggie do not talk for nothing. Nathaniel Maggie can recall. By the time you start talking, they recall you. And by the time they won't run away, they will expose them. Let me tell you something. This coming election, it will be of fun. You see this boy who got a problem with about the passport issue. Right now, they put making medicine in Mali. That the information we got to say. They say they're making the medicine. And you know what happened to Ellen Crocker? They're making the medicine so the American people will forget. So that what doing. That boy go to Liberia. He spend money. He do this. He do that. He do the other one here. He spend the money. Nobody care. And we got some people who think they can just go to Liberia and spend money. The poor eat it. They ain't care where you get it from. But the day the shit hit the fence, forget it. Let people be acting as if they know all the big people in government. Hey, interim government time, I used to walk to the executive mansion, although I never had big men there, but I used to play all in that mansion because of my status too now. I used to be the Minister of Labor. But some people don't know. Me, I don't pay for friendship. If I work for my money, I ain't pay for friendship. But I'm telling you, do not let nothing move you. They can disrespect Mr. Cummings, but I will tell you, their records will be out. They can do whatsoever. You see this country? It's easy to get information on anybody. America is a sweet place. Oh, this country here. This country is easy. You can go now and register. You can get any information if you want it. So, I always give this parable. What goes around comes around. It go all the way, will come right back here. When you go in the bush to pick your medicine, the one you bend it down to, the one that behind you, that's somebody's medicine. If you dare cussing Mr. Cummings whole day and calling Mr. Cummings corrupt and crook, at the end of the day, don't be surprised when he come back on you. How can you get a network that people saying that, listen, we had this group and XYZ. Spoon say, we can't bring that person, we can't ask that person question. Y'all listen to it. Spoon supposed to be what? The biggest radio station in Liberia. Y'all forget about the radio station in Liberia. The radio station, they just there. But Spoon talk that is connected to the radio station. If you ever come out and speak the truth about the framework, if Spoon bring you on, they will argue with you because the information they got is the real one. How can the CEO of Spoon, who live in America, got business in America, would disrespect Mr. Cummings saying that? Why Mr. Cummings submitted the document 2 times? My people, let me ask you. You believe that Mr. Cummings it was his responsibility to submit document? Or do you think Mr. Cummings supposed to see the document before they deliver it? You think that office job, where when your secretary finish writing, then you say, let me see the writing so I can sign it? All the political leaders, after they briefed them, they took the document and gave it to these guys. They gave it to them. And guess what? The document is in PDF. The only people, the only person that could change that document would be the same committee that put it together. When the committee did the document, the final draft, when they sent it to everybody, the resolution. So all the people thought that, oh, you know, that only the resolution, you got those notarize, they took it there. It's not illegal. I sent in a document today. They call me back on Monday. They say, oh, the document you brought is not correct. You got to go do X, Y, Z. You go back and correct it. Simple. Y'all think Liberian people stupid? Liberians, I beg you, please don't be fooled by all this propaganda. Don't be fooled by these people that their own interests, that their own thing they're fighting for, they're not fighting for you. They both believe that they will pretend like they're talking for you, but they're not talking for you. Butt Naked did the same thing. I say he was talking for you, but Butt Naked, his followers don't know that he already collecting money from the devil. Don't let Spoon fool you that they are concerned about you. No. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you. They give it to you. Take it. They gave more help to the politician than you. Spoon gave more help to politicians than you. They let 2,000 and whatsoever they gave you, but they gave you a politician $10, $15, $20, $30,000. And they gave you chicken change. But because you broke, you poor. Listen. Let me ask that Donald Trump. Donald Trump said, he told the black people, say, but listen, vote for me. In fact, you get nothing to lose. You already catching hard time. Try somebody new. So, we already inside. And I know Liberians, and I know you guys, Liberians are we are special people. When you blunder, you blunder. There is no way it can be fixed. Don't let nobody fool you say the time was too short. No. The time was not short for them to steal, but the time is short for them to fix the problem. Listen, the time was not short when President Weah built all the houses for himself. But the time was too short for President Weah to finish the projects. Nobody tells you President Weah will solve the problem in Liberia. But President Weah was able to build a village, to build all his houses. He's not building anything again. He finished. President Weah not building nothing again. If he tried to build that then he get dry face. But what he doing now, he just keeping money. So, President, we don't have to build anything new. Don't be fooled. That government can do not because they are an option. They ain't got nothing else left in there. They ain't got nothing. All they want you to do now is to give them a chance so they can show themselves after they now steal the money. After they finish stealing, you saw the compound that Maggie built in Lofakan. That's a good thing. And guess what they're doing now? They're saving real cash in the house. They're not taking it to the bank anymore because they are afraid that Mr. Cummings will audit. So the little one that will be in the bank, they might freeze it up. So they're keeping real cash for them. They're keeping real cash. Real cash. That your money, that your money. That is your money. We cannot do that. We all know they try to suppress Mr. Cummings. But Liberian people, whether you agree with me or not, where are all the politicians? Then they'll say, well, what the opposition? One of my friends came from the church. He said, my man, the way I look at it here, I don't see no politician now. Because the main politician who were hating the government, they got him in court. They got him in court. Now the other ones, they're regretting because they thought they were doing bad to Mr. Cummings. They're regretting. They might end up killing and say, Judas. And God will not forgive you when you commit suicide now. Because they are Judas now. Judas, they acting like Judas, they confuse, they surprise. They surprise right now and say, hey God, what I was saying here so? They shame and disgrace. Some of them calling for Mr. Bwaka to leave and form a new party. And you see what happened now? UP, they said that Mr. Cummings again I pay. Everything that Cummings can pay. McIntosh there, the other UP groups. Look, I told you the other day, UP is divided into 3. Go back to my last week or week before last show. UP is divided into 3. They got the Ellen Johnson group. Most of them are members of Action Party. They got the Gabriel Polet group. That Gabriel Polet group, some of them have left already. That you consider them as the women pay group. Then you got the Edwin Bain Kessely group. That is the group for Lofa County that the one that's supporting Mr. Bwaka. So McIntosh now want to challenge Mr. Bwaka, and Bwaka cannot stand it. They think Bwaka was running from the CPP. It can't hear no so. So guess what now? Let me tell you the fun. Y'all listen to this, so. And Mo Ali, the Mr. Bwaka group, they were fighting for UP to put up candidate. Guess what? They're praying to God that UP shouldn't put up candidate because you know what? That means McIntosh will not run on UP. That the information now, they're saying that, okay, they're trying to convince Mr. Bwaka that Mr. Bwaka should form a new party to run on a new party instead of UP. UP will not field candidate. So Mr. McIntosh wasting his time. Fun never dies. No. Wonder shot. Well, I didn't freedom. I didn't poke and say that. Y'all listen to it. It's serious. Joe Bwaka fighting that they got to put a candidate in. They got to put a candidate. Now, McIntosh want to challenge Mr. Bwaka in the primary. So they look at it for long. They say, but what wasting our time for? Why are we wasting our time? Please like the video, man. You get all 92% watching, you get only 24% like the video. So UP now, they said they're not going to waste money on the case. They don't care if the Supreme Court deny them, fine. So the other option now, they end up the band going to a meeting how to form a new party. The new party with JMB along with other parties to one form a coalition. But the UP now, UP will not be able to get into the race. So Macintosh might end up going somewhere else. So you see how they got in dirty? So they won't run for their own case. The case they carried to the Supreme Court, they told the Supreme Court, said, my man, in fact, just leave it like that. Just leave it like that. So they don't care anymore. Because if they gave them the go ahead, Mr. Macintosh is sitting by to challenge Mr. Bwaka. So you see, Bwaka in a situation where they can't handle it. If the court gave UP the go ahead, say, okay, no man, let the people go. Mr. and Macintosh waiting for Mr. Bwaka. So they look at him for long and say, no. Please don't let the case come. In fact, they're begging. They say they won't drop the case. They want to drop the case. So Mr. Bwaka now got to go and form a new party. They're trying to form a new party and they will form a new party. You know, Bwaka got some of his support now, financial support from Spooner. Don't forget. Don't forget. Maybe on that ticket, Bwaka might carry Spoon CEO as his VP. Because he got small money to run campaign. But he can't go with it because you know what? They had Josh where they will look at him again. So if he do it again, they might end up closing his station down. So he in between. So Mr. Cummings Mr. Cummings is out of the whole show. They can't stand Cummings because they can't break him. Cummings will not cross or deal with them. So that one is clean and simple. Liberia is not the place where one man can get 3 radio stations. Let me tell you. Even if one man will get 3 radio stations, fine. But give it up for radio station too. If you get money to get 3 radio stations, no problem. But let the other people get radio station. Why President we are denying other people, the government denying people getting radio station? Why? If you want to get 10, you can get it. But why are you stopping other people from getting radio station? Because you don't want them to speak out? So you see, right there, that's it. You got Freedom FM for the radio and government. You got CDC radio station. You got city council, what is that? City hall got radio station and TV station. Then you got a Spoon. They got 4. Then they pay other guys. They pay some of the guys that ain't okay. They pay some of them in prime. Not the whole thing, but they pay some of them to do certain things. We know. So the other small one there, they ain't ready. They can't just go after them like that easily because they're too far off. You can't hear about D5 and D15 radio station. It's just right in Looking Town there. It's just right in Looking Town. So nobody you can hear about it. No. Only people in Looking Town will hear it. You got Redhead radio station. You don't hear about that one too much. It's just right in that same Banjo era. Then plus the other one there. So one of the biggest one too is the Ablige radio station from Bassa that goes to in fact they just putting the stuff up. They might be broadcasting Liberia too. And you know, so maybe I hope government go after them, or maybe somebody there supporting them. You see, but that is the whole thing now. So UP is thinking about dropping the case. UP is thinking about forgetting everything. Check care of the women and form a new party. Because if they allow them to win, Macintosh waiting for them. In fact, guys, just put on your you can please put our post up here. Just put a post up tonight that Macintosh is in the living room waiting for UP and Bwaka. Or Macintosh is waiting for the final ruling between CPP and UP. So, but UP is saying that they don't want it again, they hand out there again. Because they get one guy they call McIntosh and Mr. Cummings pay him. Eh? So you want to tell me now? That means Mr. Cummings is very powerful for true. Eh? You know, I don't blame. Look, I just imagine what other people going through. Imagine Mr. Cummings got money. That is why he's doing these things. Imagine other people that don't have it. I see people go to Temple of Justice. They took their land. They been driving there every day, walking. This lady came from America. She carried her X5. Milton Tiaje took it from her, never paid, and don't give a damn about it. Eh? 3 boys got missing. Their family never got justice. They killed auditors. No justice. They killed Matthew Innes. No justice. The truck driver. They killed Melvin from the SS. No justice. Odette Sherman, Princess Cooper, and so on. They're raping people's children. No justice. They have not caught one suspect yet. Misdemeanor that can never go more than 30 days. They stay today looking for evidence. The Solicitor General, he got 36 witnesses, including former Associate Justice or Chief Justice. He refused to subpoena the lawyers that did the work. I can't believe it. You build a house, you gave me the contract, I built the house, and things start going bad with the house. Instead of calling me, you call another people that in the house and say, you want to investigate. How come this door looking, why the door twist? Why this door is like this? Instead of them calling me, they call somebody else. Instead of them calling the lawyers and say, is this what you did? No. Up to now, Serena Cephas has refused to subpoena the lawyers that did the work. But you know, right now it's Serena's who trying to get evidence. It will turn over to Mr. Cummings' lawyer. When Mr. Cummings' lawyer get the case too, they will call for subpoena. They will subpoena the lawyers. Mr. Boaka will go back to court. Ure will go to court. Yombly will go to court. Darius Dillon will go to court. If Bud Naked were in Liberia, he will go to court because he was one of those who are giving the news out there too. But because Bud Naked is not in Liberia, so he will not go to court. And Mo Ali will go to court. Everybody that touched that document will go to court. Martin Kula will go to court. And what the guy said, Momo Sambula will go to court. They will go to explain. Then the text that they deleted is already there, but we will bring it back again. So if possible, don't be surprised that it's just that Serena Cephas is just but Cephas the guy is just a super crook. The guy is a criminal. Man got a record. In a decent country, he will never get government job. He will never. So there will be a lot of subpoena. So if Serena Cephas think that he will delay this case until next year, no. If you take it to next year, we would take it to the following year. Because Mr. Cummings' lawyers will call for more people too. Because I know George Jala is embarrassed. They're making mockery out of our judicial system. The entire world is laughing at us. They pissed off because Mr. Cummings brought foreign lawyer, contacted foreign investigator, so they vest. What you vest for? What you vest for? What spoon vest for? That your money? That your money? All the evidence come on your show. You suppress it. You refuse to play it. You accuse Mr. Cummings. You said Mr. Cummings author it. You believe it. What you getting versed for? Please, man, you live in America. You know what it means when people work hard. That man took 40 years to build his character. I don't know how many years you took. You want rub shoulder with Mr. Cummings? Mr. Cummings retire. You stay working. The one that God bless you with, be happy with it. But don't try to challenge everybody. Rodney Sear gave a very good advice that certain things that belong to certain people, you can't touch it. You can't play with certain people. You think the people in abroad don't know that Cummings is powerful? You think they don't know that they can't break Cummings down? Eh? Let me go to Darius Dillon, another corrupt one. This dude practically came down on his knees begging Mr. Cummings for support. Darius Dillon lied to Emmanuel Yato and other people there that Mr. Cummings gave him only $5,000. He said Mr. Cummings gave him only $5,000. That's what he said. This man was begging to get on that thing there. He used the coalition. Some people got it right to curse us today. Some people got it right. And I will tell you, Jerome Cummings, I can still remember he said, Munel, you don't know Darius Dillon. He said, how well you know Darius Dillon? I said, I don't know him like that, but you know he part of the CPP. He said, okay, that's good. I'm telling you, according I said, Jerome. In fact, let me see if I can go ahead, Jerome Corner. He said, how well you know Darius Dillon? He said, Darius Dillon is not a good guy. He said, Darius Dillon is just pretending. He said, Darius Dillon will be good for the next 3 months. You know, the 9 months election first. The one that he replaced and he will pretend all the way. He will pretend now, and then he will continue. But when Darius Dillon is elected, you will see the real Darius Dillon. Because I was trying to tell him, he said, oh, you know, you can. He said, you know, Darius Dillon blocked me because I said something, some word he used. He said, you don't know him. And other people said it. I don't know him. I supported Darius Dillon because of CPP. Because we wanted to show President Weah that Montserrado County is not yours. I went to Liberia purposely to campaign for my brother because I told my brother, I said, listen, why you're afraid of George Weah that he owned Montserrado? No, Montserrado owned by nobody. It's only owned by Liberians and the people who live in Montserrado. You know what I'm saying? And Darius Dillon show his real self. Now today, you don't hear Darius Dillon talking about his 10% that he take from his salary, he eating it now. You don't hear Darius Dillon talking anything again because he's definitely behaving. You also don't ask yourself, any release Darius Dillon, brother? Politics is sweet. That Dillon today trying to insult Mr. Cummings. Man up. No, every one of them. That's why Martin Kula left Darius Dillon, because Darius Dillon betrayed them. Darius Dillon told them, say, guys, we cannot support Mr. Bouaka. And Darius Dillon is on record calling Mr. Bouaka corrupt. He had it in a newspaper. It was in an inquiry. Then later on, he tried to betray. He betrayed them. All the friends of Darius Dillon in America, they left. He pushed out on the boss. His own selfish game. So wicked. That wickedness. Wickedness. He admitted. And Darius Dillon admitted to you. You know, he quite told the truth because he said he told the truth and he put a man inside. He said, I shame my mother. Who asked you? What you trying to think I had the woman train you? That the train the woman gave you there? I shame my mother. She didn't want you to go lie on the plane. She don't want to say, oh, my son, every time you go first class and business class, just tell the person you're in economy class. And she don't want to do that one. Eh? She don't want to, you say you'll not take no car more than 70,000. You took it. You say, I will not fence my yard. You fence it. Look, learn to stand by your wall. I will not fence that place here. I've been living here for long. You fence it. I will not drive 70,000 car. You driving it. I will not take once and 6,000 far. You took it. I will not take the 30,000. You took the $30,000. Eh? You were all over the place here. You are the only person. Now you can't talk again. Now instead of taking check, now you're taking cash. You got 9 years job, so you write to cost. How long? How long from now to 9 years? And since you can finish? You betrayed the man and today you want to talk about Bromskin legacy? You came to America. The last time you came to America, Bromskin was sick. In our hospital, you never visited him because you were not speaking to him. And that the men today, they say because everybody can talk. Eh? You were all with Musa Belete, all honey on the rack, having party. Oh, my best friend, he gave you $20,000. You ate it. You don't tell your people. You call him and Paul. You say he was Saul. He turned to Paul. You gave him the best man he did and that and that. Then you come back, you want to stab him because he refused for Yombly to go as you won't go back to the 2015 constitution. But most of our Liberian people don't know. They support people based on their own, nothing that will benefit Liberia that they support people for. Oh, Musa Benedict that crook. Musa Benedict that this. Oh, the other one that this. Let me look for Jerome. Let me see if Jerome can deal with us more. Let me see if Jerome comments. There we go. Plenty comments too. So you see, these guys, and we got Liberians. What we're looking for? You got when I never see the thing before to see a very good candidate, to see a man who continue to explain, and telling us what to do, telling us what we can do together, eh? Telling us what we can do together. Why? This man go from county to county. He has a plans. He believed that we can make Liberia a different place, a beautiful place. He believed in the people. He believed in the people. Eh? He believed in the people. Okay, guys, let me look at this. Comment, share this video. Maybe Jaron and watching. I want to bring him up here. Yeah, we did all these things. Eh? Mr. Cummings supported Darius Dillon. Supported him because he asked. He went down, he talked. Mr. Cummings, look, you see, I will tell you today, Mr. Cummings is not one of these guys that just listen to people when you carry news and whatsoever. You should be the one to fail on your own. You should be the one to fail. Don't get me wrong. He played the politics in a way that anybody would love to see politician playing it. That people that Darius Dillon, that because of people like Darius Dillon, good politician will not come out. So everybody looking at Mr. Cummings, but enjoy we had to were clean, and Darius Dillon were doing this, doing that. But what they don't know the differences between Mr. Cummings and all the other politicians. Mr. Cummings is not looking for job. Mr. Cummings have retired. He built up his family. He worked. He went out there. He retired. His last job was 20 years, and today said, thank you very much. He still can work for the longest if he want to work because his job is the CEO or whatsoever. Fine. You know what I'm saying? He got money. But that's the difference between he and these other people. Darius Dillon knows exactly what government can give out. Dillon went in there purposely to get rich. But he pretended. He played the fool to give wisdom. He used that bit. He cried. He make Liberians in America to support people's children. To show you that he's so fair. Oh, don't give me the money. Give it to Yato. The big one that even Spoon Network gave me, he put in his pocket. Yeah. So all these things, he came and declared his asset with $3. Today he got what, 350,000 in no time. In no time. So that people like Darius Dillon, that is why Liberians don't trust politicians. That is why they don't trust other people, because they lie. It's not that they don't know, but they put their interest first. They say politics are interest. How the hell you put your interest first? Why? So what you tell a lot of Liberians in the area, you can't convince them easily. It's not easy to convince them because we got all our politicians, they are so corrupt and getting broke and making the people broke every day, and they're getting rich. Look at Karas Gray. Look at the kind of car they're driving in the town. These people never had bicycle before. It's not a salary alone. So everybody's stealing. That is why you don't have good schools. Because they steal. That's why there's no ambulance in the town. Every district is supposed to get at least, by this time, every district in Liberia is supposed to get at least 4 ambulances. Every district. If they were not eating the 30,000. Every district in Liberia is supposed to be having at least 5 fire trucks in every district. If they were not eating that $30,000. And that 30,000 have been going long time. We just get to know about it when Mr. Dillon was acting nice. So you see, Liberian, common sense. Common sense. It's not rocket science. This $30,000 been there a long time. They changed it to different things. Then now they say legislative engagement. First, it was something legislative development or something. Apart from the county money now. So you see why the schools, the government schools, are not getting nothing. No fire truck, nothing happening, because the legislators put in the budget when the president sent a budget. Oh, we're not signing it, but we see what there for us. So it's okay, your boy one. They get $2,000 for scholarship. Who they give scholarship to? Who they give scholarship to? They get money for different things. These people are corrupt. Because the executive corrupt, so they're corrupt. So imagine if the senators taking 30,000, what if our president taking? If the president taking $5 million for presidential project, what if our president taking for a own project? So you see how early during Boaka time, they said Mentor still gave all the representatives and senators pick up. So since they gave them pickup, what you think they gave the president and the vice president? What you think they gave Joe Biden? That free? That free? They ain't get Joe Biden nothing. All the envelopes that go in our house, the brown envelope, they go in Mr. Bwaka office and pick up the envelope. Oh, yes. Yes. So you see how they were corrupt? So that is why they have combined themselves. They came together. My man, they think yeah, either you take it or I take it. That Mr. Cummings man, we can't depend, we can't trust that man. If that man take what the country here, the way the man the man will be too straight, all the chopping will stop. I get my lay contract over there, I guess sharing that business will stop. So the CDC and the UP negotiating now. My man, that Cummings man, we trust you. What John, let Prince Johnson telling, do we got to join forces to get rid of Charles Taylor. So CDC and UP now say, and ALP and Youngly, the OO guy say, man, we can't allow the Cummings men to take over, because if the Cummings men take over, trust me, our chopping sport in the household is sport, because they know Mr. Cummings will not put no 30,000 down in the budget. And if you don't sign the budget, you know what Cummings will do. Will tell the people. So you see why everybody finished joining, how they join together? Because they're saying that either UP or CDC, either way they will eat. So the whole thing that coming on, they say, my man, don't worry. Although we didn't get you nothing last time, but this other one year, you just hang up with us. You hang up with us. Now UP won't throw the UP won't move. Yes, UP won't move from behind the case. The case between UP and CPP, UP gave on now. UP they praying to God that the court shouldn't allow it. But guess what now? The court will still not allow it. UP not taking part in the election. UP will not fee Kennedy. They're trying to do it, say, oh, for peace sake. It's not about peace sake. UP ain't get a damn thing to do in Liberia. They can't demonstrate. They can't do shit in Liberia. You're sorry for that one. They can't do it. They can't do nothing in Liberia. They can't demonstrate. They can't cause no problem. So UP now, y'all watch it. By the time the chief judge, the Supreme Court come down with a ruling, they will say, but yeah, let McIntosh go now. Let McIntosh go do it now. Let McIntosh go do it now. Fire in Soweto, burning of my people. I see my people dying. Fire in Liberia. Fire in UP. Pushing everybody around. They see McIntosh coming. Bwaka afraid. They thought they were pushing Cummings away. Now he running from. He ran from a primary. He bought with one. They give up. In Liberia today, that Cummings we want to. In Liberia today, that Cummings we want to. Come on 2023, Cummings will win the election to go second mansion to serve our people. Hey, Cummings, yeah, that man who we want for our president. Hey, Cummings, oh, Cummings, that man who we want to for our president. Infrastructure, hey, that Cummings, that man who we want to for our president. Job creation, hey, that Cummings, that man who we want to for our president. Agriculture, that Cummings, that man who we want to for our president. Education, that Cummings, that man who we want to for our president. Healthcare, that Cummings, that man we want to for our president. Unity, that Cummings, that man we want to for our president. In Liberia today, that Cummings we want to. Tell me. in Liberia today. The Cummings we want to come on 2023. Cummings will win the election to go to executive mansion to serve the people. A Cummings, yeah, the man who we want for our president. A Cummings, the man who we want to. The wonderful guy. Liberian, let me tell you something. You might not like me. You might not like the other people who watching me. You might not like Mr. Cummings because you're afraid. Why you should be afraid? You live in America. Worry about the people back home. And if you're in Liberia watching me, don't be afraid. Mr. Cummings believe in the people. Mr. Cummings don't believe in the politician. If Mr. Cummings have faith in the politician, he was going to be like them. You will ask yourself, you say, but why Mr. Cummings spending all this money just to go get foreign law? You know why? Mr. Cummings, what he doing? It because of you. Mr. Cummings believed that Liberia should change. Now Mr. Cummings seen it, but the Cummings administration, everybody will get a fair justice. Everybody. Mr. Cummings goes to court every time they call him, as bad as they could. He still go there. He still walk there. He watching it. He know that it need to be fixed. They try to damage him. They try to stop him. They want to do all. But thank God, Mr. Cummings made it clear, and I'm happy. Like you see, when you bake too much, you don't got choice. We got other people who can bake too, who can complain. Mr. Cummings said, we let the UN to know, America know, Great Britain is aware, ECOWAS, all the presidents. If ECOWAS aware now, don't ask questions. I mean, George, we are aware. If the EU, if the AU aware, that means George, we are aware. So tomorrow, if something happen, they can't blame nobody. Nothing will happen to Mr. Cummings. Right now, we know they're trying, they're praying to God. Some of them now go to all the witchcraft to do something to Mr. Cummings, but they lie. They lie. It's not going to work. So today, Mr. Cummings were on that station, and this man, look, if you listen to Mr. Cummings, he's very consistent. He's, look, hey, yeah. That man said, don't, people overlooking me, oh. Mr. Cummings, I never see politicians that believe in the people. Everybody get one vote. One vote. Yeah. Share this video. Thank you very much for your time. We got more to come. The political war is on. We will have peace after the election. We will still speak to you. We will still talk to you. If you see me in the street, if I say hello, you don't want to say hello to me, that's your business. I don't care. I usually meet the CEO for Spoon Talk, Spoon Network. We meet at the Wawa. He said it to your guys because he no secret. He can just expose everything on his show. He said Dr. Francais went bury his man. If you gotta be careful because he only can just say everything. So he told you one time, he said, that's true, we can meet. I know when I see you, not speak to me again because hey, that all of the little that cry babies, you know. I call Mr. Cummings, the people cussing me, and this and that. Nobody, like ANC people, friends of Cummings, nobody need to cuss them. But I will tell you, I will hold them to the wall. I listen to the show, and I will take the one I want to take from there. If they will not block me from Spoon, if they block me from Spoon, then I will say more. Because they say, if you don't want your enemy to attack you, don't stop talking to your enemies. That's something that I learned. So, Liberia is what we have. But enough is enough. We cannot sit there and allow certain people to control the narrative. No. Don't be afraid with the 3 station. Don't let the 3 station business get to your head. If people tell you we're not resonating, that's a lie. People watching us. And sometimes people will tell you, oh, the net Spoon on What the thing he said the other day, this was the first time. This was the first time on Sunday, Spoon Network broadcast, they went, yeah, they were on. They had 106 to 200 and it came down to 90 something viewers. Ask yourself the question. The biggest thing that they have is the 3 radio stations that people listen to in Liberia, which I agree. But nobody can convince me. It's hard for me to believe right now. I follow Roland Martin all the time. I follow another guy they call Spack. He's American. I watch the ABC News live online, MSNBC live online. I do not see them with 4,000 viewers. I don't see them with 5,000 viewers. It's not an easy thing to get the kind of people. It's not easy to see 5,000 watching you. Listen, my people, we're not stupid. Maybe they run. You see my little people, 98. Sunday I get 1, Sunday I get 2. But when I finish with this thing here, this 98, there are people been coming in and out, in and out. They're not sitting. People go out, in, out. Some people view it and they don't click. I know somebody who watch me constantly, but she never make comments because she got contact in Liberia and she didn't want for, but she would not. If you click on it, I will see you. So when people say, "Oh, you get 2 viewers," don't worry about it. Don't worry. Go on my page and see. I got 5,000 friends and I got 1,700 still waiting, and I still want to take some of your from there, sir. In fact, I'm going back there to take up people who get anybody. Don't feel bad now. Anybody that below 100, you got 100 followers, I'm taking you off my list because I got to put other people that I want to talk to other people. Election time coming now. Because I don't want to open a new page. I got 3 Facebook pages all filled. Yeah. So don't feel bad. Some people, I got to unfriend you, but you will follow me. That I will tell you. Because I know you don't into politics because I want to talk to other people. So that's the only thing I got to do now. So don't feel bad. Some people follow me, they're not my friends. I follow some people, they're not my friends. I follow some people too. So don't think they don't. No, I follow people. And guess what? I watch almost all the shows, but I don't really make comment on people's show. I don't make two shows that I watch every morning when I'm going to work. When I'm in my car, I watch my own show. This show here tomorrow. When I'm driving, I will watch it. Or I watch a Spoon. That means somebody call me and say there's something on there. If I miss it, I look at it. If somebody say, "Oh, Butt Naked had a show," and he said XYZ. Once they talk about it, then I want to see what he said. But I do not make comment on people's show. If I want to say anything just to maybe feel myself feel good, I tell you, say hashtag ABC 2023 or comes the next president. I do not go on people live and say, "Man, you talking nonsense, man. Man, you this, man. Oh, you that, man." No, you will never see it with me. No way. So I just look at pass. I tell people that's your phone, that's your data. But when you take and you know that they got people who getting little allowance now for insulting people. When they come on this live and they know that they myself talking and I call in the names and they causing for it, they will send the second one and whatsoever. They screenshot it, they will screenshot and send it and say, "Oh, I upload that man today. I cussing." Well, I learned my lesson. The other day, I had one name in my mouth whole day until I start saying Joe the Butter. But I'm not going to argue with nobody. You can curse honor my life. You can curse Mr. Cummings. You can curse it from now to judgment day. At least you honor my life. But all I know, I'm talking to the people, the good Liberians, the patriotic Liberians. They want them who love Liberia, whether they supporting Mr. Cummings or not. But the one who only come in with the fake names and the curse and this and that. You know what? And which is truth. You can curse me on Facebook. But you can't curse me face to face. You can curse me. I noticed I went to the town hall meeting with JB. I saw this guy, I blocked him on my page. No, he insulted me, but I know him from Philadelphia. When I passed, I said, "Hey, my man, what's up, man?" He said, "Oh, my man, the guy ain't recognize me." I turned around there, I said, "I recognize you very well, my brother. You cursed me the other day." He said, "Hey, big brother, I'm sorry." I said, "I don't want that thing long time on Facebook." I said, You're not going to curse me." Yeah, yeah. So sometimes I block some of my good friends because I don't want to go in the dirty water with them. And so for now, I promise a lot of people and myself, I'm not going to waste my time on certain comments. They can say whatever they want to say, but the truth will always prevail. The truth, you see, but they will not believe it. Anything that's this truth and that would defend Mr. Cummings or that would back Mr. Cummings up, the chief propaganda station in Liberia, the Spoon Talk, will not show it, will not accept it. Even you bring Sambola now on our show, they will insult Sambola, careful, insult Sambola, and say that now you want to talk, you are a liar, you are this and that. Disrespectful people. Very, very disrespectful. So we got to call them out. I mean, I'm not spending no time there. The team my friends will say, Timali, my man, and y'all spend too much time on talking about us, and then the people in Liberia, listen to me. The people listen to me. If you still not listen to Mr. Cummings and nobody know Mr. Cummings, fine, y'all leave it. Mr. Cummings live in Liberia. Mr. Cummings live in Liberia. He not live in America. So whether Spoon allow Mr. Cummings to come on or not, he can go on other station. So just how, and let me say this, you in America, you broadcasting in Liberia. Mr. Cummings is in Liberia. Let me listen to the message. And I'm sending it to you guys. You in America, you got a Spoon Talk show. You speak and you relay in Liberia on your radio station. Yes, you got an advantage more than me. I will be honest, you got an advantage more than me. But Mr. Cummings is in Liberia. Mr. Cummings can go to any radio station. If nobody want to take him, we will knock on doors. So, since Mr. Cummings is in Liberia and we cannot send all our messages to Liberia, Mr. Cummings will not attack you. We will go after you because you live in America too. You're in here. No, they're not here. You're in here. Let me tell you now. You're in America. Everybody on the Spoon Talk. Spoon Talk is in America. I am not attacking individual. I'm not attacking Ben or the CEO but Spoon Talk is a propaganda radio station. I'm not talking about Ato Peabody or what. I'm talking about Spoon Talk. If Spoon Talk continue to give wrong information about Mr. Cummings in Liberia, Mr. Cummings is in Liberia. Mr. Cummings don't have to come on Spoon Talk. He will still go on other station. We will still do our job witness. Since the people that on Spoon Talk, they live in Liberia, in America, they will watch us too. When we're talking, they will watch us. We will deal with them the way we're supposed to deal with them. Maybe you're not understanding it, and that's your business. And in America, the people who operate on Spoon Talk, they're in America. If any one of them in America, because they think that they can broadcast in Liberia and send lies, and when I talk, the people in Liberia will not hear me, but the Spoon Talk will hear me. So I will deal with you right here too, and bring up your own story. Why you see? Let me tell you something. Let me say this. There's a parable. They say two things you do. See the pencil. If somebody take this pencil and choke it under your feet, or take a knife under your feet, you can't walk. Your feet sweat. You got to sit down. Take your own. You choke it on ASS. That means they can't sit, but they will stand up. So they will be standing up whole day while you sitting down, but you can't walk. So they will walk, you will sit, and they will not sit, but both ways. So the people who operating spoon, they in America. I'm in America. Not because they can broadcast in Liberia, so they will lie about my candidate in Liberia. Other people will see me in Liberia. Some, not all of them. Because they got 3 radio stations and they broadcast to other 2. So they're all over. But what I will say, hear me good. They play, hear me good. That's how you going after Mr. Cummings and you insulting him. That how we check behind you and bring your information up. We'll bring it up until somebody in Liberia will see it too. Oh, okay. Now all I'm gonna say, you can meet your friend with food, but they can't meet you with news. They can't meet you with news. We all know all the information that go on Spoon, the same information go to Botnicky. The same information that come from the government that they gave to Spoon, that same information go to Botnicky. That same information, and you used to see Kev Hassan causing Botnicky, but this time they can't cause Botnicky again because they're all working together. So let them continue to disrespect, to lie to Liberian people. In Liberia, I listen to 50-50. I listen to OK FM. Every morning, I got a notification. I will save it on my page and I'll watch it later on. They don't waste their time. They don't even talk. Nobody talking about no framework. And you will never even hear them talking about, this and this, unless some other Mo Ali group will go on our station and be talking nonsense. But the wonderful Spoon Network, John Brennan came on the radio station and gave 4 different information. Zago came on the radio station and said, oh yes, Yombly and myself were together when Mo Ali brought the paper and assigned it. He brought the signing sheet, assigned it. On the same Spoon Network. Mo Ali said, I don't want to carry the signature around. He called on the telephone. And I still looking for, because he called on the phone. Then he came back on the same Spoon and said, I carry 5 copies. Even our baby said will not believe it. Our baby will not believe it. We got the same document here. But why the Spoon got different document? I got the first one, I got the second one. The first one, they were done. At that time, Ure was state chairman. They got it April 25th. Ure was state chairman. May 19th. Everybody had a copy with them. They signed because they're looking at each other on Zoom. My people, if you sign or bylaws, and that bylaws signed on April 1st, any other amendment, it will be, that bylaw will still be April 1st. That the one dummy Taylor Ure don't know. Oh, my dad signed, he put May 19. Yes, your dad put May 19 near his signature, dummy. Some people put it there. When they ask them, they say, oh, they know they got to backdate it. Here, Yombly. But they had a plans. We know. We know. They were the same one praising Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings is the best man. Mr. Cummings, you did this. Thank you very much. Mr. Cummings, you're a special guy. With all the costs, with all the cussing, with all the rigmarole. With all the rigmarole. Let's listen to him. You're listening to the fool.
We bring this greeting from the all Liberian parties. Firstly, we want to use this opportunity to congratulate Honorable Alexander Benedict Cummings for his stewardship of the collaboration over the past 8 months. Mr. Cummings, we at the All Liberian Party want to seize this opportunity to congratulate you for what we believe was a job well done. And people, it's very difficult to control 4 political parties. All having ambition.
Okay, that is the man who created the problem in CPP. That's the same man I will praise Mr. Cummings. When the Liberian people believed and saw, for them to see the strength of CPP, it was under the Cummings administration. When Alex Cummings was chairman, when Euro was chairman for CPP, we didn't see a damn thing. But when Alex Cummings took over, when he organized CPP, opened the offices, the government started peeping on themselves. Mr. Cummings was attacked so many times by Mr. Ure while Mr. Cummings was chairman of CPP. They honor man. In fact, it was so shameful. I listened to Mo Ali. Mo Ali said on 50-50, he said, but what happened with Mr. Bwaka and this and that? So what happened with the past election when Bwaka was chairman? He said, well, to be frank with you, we never went through the vetting system correctly, and we blame ourselves, and it was not good. They were not good candidates. And the first election, we all campaigned. The 2020 election, we campaigned along with the Standard Bearer. The Standard Bearer went to places where car could reach, and Mr. Bwaka campaigned with them. He caught himself. Then he said, and like Mr. Cummings, or Mr. Cummings was going in the north because he was going in the southeast. Then the political leader instructed him, and they say, okay, you go there. So he couldn't forget it. This boy was lying, say, Mr. Bwaka campaign 2020. But when Joe Bwaka, the last by-election, he was in America when they had the election. He was in America when they had the election. And oh God, yeah. Liberian man, you're trying to let the people use you like this. These guys continue to lie, and lie. Anyway, we can't say everything all today. But 1, the political war have started. 2, Spoon TV is now the #1 propaganda arm of government. They hit the ground Mr. Cummings walk on. Spoon TV, Spoon Talk, believe that either Joe Bwaka or George Weah will be president. So we will damage Mr. Cummings, because if Mr. Cummings is president, even Spoon TV or Spoon Network will not see the way clear. Because if they have any corrupt activity going on in Liberia, it will be the end of it. That's it. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. And I hope you share this video. Hello to all. I'm just going through the comments. Hi, Regina. How are you doing? Yeah. Tonia, what's up, man? Thank you. Thanks to all. Thanks to everybody. Yeah, and Nancy, how are you? How are you, Uncle Pete? How's everything, my brother? Yep, I like that. Me, pa, will continue speaking pellet to my Bon County people. I started it today. That's good. That's the best thing, man. Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah, and that was good. Yep. Spoon TV. You need to let everybody know. Spoon TV is the number one propaganda arm now for the government. It's clear. Yeah. Nope. I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping. Don't worry. Yeah. I'm being. Some people stop. Some people stop. Roslyn, how are you, man? Well, friends is listen. When it comes to Liberia, it's not friendship, my brother. When it comes to Liberia, it got nothing to do with friendship. When it comes to Liberia, it's not because I'm my friend. And so as you see my friend cursing somebody, it don't have to even be my candidate. But just imagine the way they treating Mr. Cummings. If other Liberians living in America or Europe and try to go home, they're gonna do the same thing to you. They're gonna do the same thing to you. Okay, Spoon doing his job. When you want to, if you want to have a station to be truthful to the people, then you will not take side. But once you take side, that's it. You know that the one that can confuse me now. You see, 24 years loading for President William. That's the problem. Then to show that you yourself, my brother, you're not serious too. Nobody go 24 years now. So what you trying to tell me that the thing is 12 years after the 12 years, and then you can run again. So if you say 24 years, so that means he will go two more, he going for 4 term. The constitution will be banned and he will remain there. You see, that's why you see why I never read you see that stuff you put there and you're talking about there's a business or whatsoever. Let me put it back again because you see, that's why they corrupting here. Me, to be friend, I'm afraid of people. You see, look what you put there. That's why I just passed by it. Now you show your real self here now, 24 years. What you gonna do? Why somebody must stay 24 years for? 24 years. So I'm telling you, yeah, UP, right now, UP is confused. Because if that case come back and let's say the Supreme Court say, okay, for peace sake, what they will be doing, they will be setting. That's why I'm going to really find out if the government, if the justice system is actually corrupt. This UP and CPP case, that's why I will really be convinced that the justice system in Liberia is corrupt, because there is no way the Supreme Court will go against Article 25 when it comes to contract. Agreement is a contract. You cannot convince anybody. You sign a contract, you abide by the contract. Yeah. Article 17, it got nothing to do with the CPP. Article 17 is a long part that you have to read. Your right to assemble and blah, blah, blah. But it say to associate and refuse to associate. They never say associate and disassociate. They say associate and refuse. So I can either join or I don't join. But did I tell you, say, if you join, you can walk out. Because if you join, you sign a contract. Now, if you sign that contract, maybe that document, okay, now you see that political party. I go and sign with a political party. Once I sign with our political party, they tell you, say, you're supposed to pay your dues every month or every year. You're supposed to do X, Y, Z. If you don't, you will not participate in certain things. So that's it. Or we will expel you, or we're not going to keep you, we'll suspend you. That is what you sign. So you can say, well, if you want to leave, because nothing there binding you, because you went in the party, they're not holding you. But if you sign a contract, and they said this contract you sign, it lasts for 1 year, it means 1 year. No court can help you. Only the people that sign the contract can cancel the contract. No court, no law. That is where Article 25 comes in. Butt naked, there was one guy who I saw on Facebook. He was naked. He was on Facebook. Yeah, that's the guy. But the man, I see the picture of it. When you think if somebody expose something, you think my eyeball get boundary too? I look at it, I don't want to waste my time. I see the man, I bought naked, man. If that thing happened to me, I will not be on TV. I will not be on Facebook, sir. Kev is just disrespectful. I don't know why people, now they say, I'm going to go pass a stable test. That's not a butt naked that fought the war now. They're not butt naked that fought the war. He said, you people carry that war, but it turned back on you. Okay. The people who carry war, it turned back on their business. General Mr. Cummings' refusal to hold Councillor Tour and others responsible for reckless handling the document brought this problem today. Joshua Smith is not truth. Mr. Cummings got nothing to do with what? And the document was in PDF. So even if they present, oh, you know what I like about the UP people? Now they're not talking about fraud. They say that the way they presented the document, man, I tire with y'all, man. I tire with y'all. I tire with y'all. They didn't know what they want again. The way you presented the document and the way Mr. Toe present. Today, all they talking about, Mr. Cummings should apologize. And you see stupidness. They spoon, they order the hair. I don't know if they're smart. They host for a spoon. You hear him? Mr. Cummings should apologize to the Liberian people for the document, for submitting, and Mr. Cummings should apologize. You know, these are some of the disrespect that is. Then you talking about you credible. You talking about credibility. You want to compare yourself with Mr. Cummings? Stop it, man. Please, man. Stop it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't rub shoulder with Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings worked too hard for his money. Don't do that. Mr. Cummings should apologize to the people. Oh, now they're not fraud anymore. That's not fraud. That the paper, Mr. Cummings went there and they gave the paper to the people and they brought the paper back and they took it back for the second time. You got sense? Sometimes you can make people tell your things, man. Your people will just sit there and allow you to allow these things to happen. I'm just sorry for the people that are on spoon. I'm sorry for them. Yeah, now what you're right, Alba. We sit in America, want to go home. We want to go home. But we got other corrupt people that live in America because they think they got a few bucks. They will go to Liberia and say, okay, I can spend $1 million and I can get $5 million for Liberia. That nonsense, they can work. You think Liberia people going to take it from you? Okay, I would go to Liberia and talk to the government and spend money. Then I will get more money. What kind of nonsense is that? Mr. Cummings should apologize. Apologize to what? For the people delivering the paper on the 10th, and they call them, they say, y'all come and get it from here and go notarize it, and they bring it back on the 14th. The damn document was in PDF. Even if you go online, go and check, just say CPP framework document. It will pop up. It's in PDF. Nobody gave legal document in any kind of paper. Nobody do that. But so damn wicked. All that is corruption. Corruption. You don't have to steal, but they got corrupt minds. They're not afraid to steal from people. Then I question how you got your money too. Because anybody who work hard for their money, they're very careful. They respect other people. They respect a dignity of human being. They respect the dignity of work. Not to just sit on social media because you think you get what, so you can just curse anybody and you disrespect anybody. Or you should be the only person in the room to make fun for people to laugh. That's pure bullshit and nonsense. We'll not take it. I don't take it from nobody. Then the verse, the man say, okay, say I did this, I will call somebody. I say, I listen, Mr. Cummings say, Mrs. Blair called, he said, Mr. Cummings, he said, listen to me. My husband, his name, and my name is on the line. My reputation. I'm just telling you, are you sure you want us to investigate? Mr. Cummings said, yes. He said, listen to me again. Are you sure you want us to do this? Because if we do it, whatever report comes from there, we will publish it and don't hold us. Mr. Cummings said, yes. What? Mr. Cummings prepared to pay millions of dollars to save his name. That's a shame on you guys. That's a shame. Because you lack the integrity. You ain't give a damn when they call you. You don't give a damn when they say you're a criminal. You don't give a damn when they say you steal money. Because apparently you can steal too damn much. But you got somebody who work for the name. The man say you'll do anything. Then when the man call now your vest. Oh, and all that money Mr. Cummings do, Mr. Cummings supposed to spend the money on Princess. You go and spend your money on Princess. When the president said, I will pay for the pathologist, then the president pay, the money came from the same spoon talk. They just magage just call say, listen, get it, put the money. You think we don't know? Enough is enough. We're not set there for anybody to damage our country, to bring war in Liberia. Because it's the same thing again. They were on the same spoon talk. They started to announce, oh, it's a free information. Everybody, the ALP supporter, please go to the Supreme Court. Mr. Baka will be showing up. Then you're making fun out of it. They went there, they start booing Mr. Cummings. They never talk about it on the show. The next day, ANC people weren't prepared and they booed the hell. Then Mr. Serena Sifa there pointing at this ball. Serena Sifa let her kill already. Single out the ball. Oh, that boy, he don't want to boo me. You won't cry. They say you cry, baby. Dirty man like you. What kind of nonsense is this? Why politics should be so dirty like that? Try to tarnish a man at jealousy? Is that jealousy? Mr. Cummings not working. This is not about no friendship business. You damaging other person. You think Mr. Cummings don't have family too? You think he don't have children? Even if you don't want to vote for him, why you should tarnish his name? And you coming up, we know every one of us, we know each other, and we know you lying. Everybody went through this station here and explained over and over. Other radio stations in Liberia not even talking about the framework because they know that lie, that BS. They're doing something else different. But every day you come, oh, this is the information. They just gave me the information. I got a correct information. They have information from Maggie that the one will listen to. Mr. Cummings need to apologize to the people. Mr. Cummings need to apologize to Liberian people to say that Mr. Lusher Store did something wrong. What Lusher Store did? This is all just disrespect. Disrespect. Me, I'm not cursing you. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just telling you. Just watch up, that's all. Not everybody will take it. For us, some of us will talk. Some might go the extra mile. What goes around comes around. Do unto others as you have them do unto you. Be fair. If you want to run a radio station, run a radio station. If you're supporting someone, come up. But right now you're playing between UP and CDC. You're playing between two of them. You think we don't know? We're sitting there, they're damaging our economy, they're stealing. When you sit on spoon, you got nothing to say. Oh, the people that run the president, the people are corrupt. And what the president doing? This president is doing good. This president coming out. This president coming in. Your think we stupid? Your think we dumb? Liberians need to stand up. Two of them. They won in last over 12 years, and the one who say, okay, if you can't make it, give it to us. Y'all kick Mr. Cummings out because the Cummings mayor will spoil every one of us here. He will stop us from stealing. Opa Weiss work for CDC. I told Opa he's a good guy. I like him. He know what he's doing. But he need to, if you want to go back into politics, you know, most of the journalists, they into the same partisan journalism thing. And look, I don't trust no one when it comes to information to tell me, oh, this person we did a poll and the other person win. That's not a poll, my people. You don't do polls like that. You don't do polls. And you want to do a real poll? To be frank, y'all will see real polls. ANC will carry on poll. The one that I love about Mr. Cummings, he loved the numbers. Mr. Cummings always play with the numbers and he believed the numbers work for him. So that is why he said we'll do polls. When the poll come out, when he see it, look, politics is not about just who dancing in the street. There are things that happen that we see from Liberia. People in Liberia don't even know. The same way you think that, the thing we stupid, the thing we don't know, the same way the people in Liberia can see us. Only people who get access, people then who will give data to, or people then who can help, or people who can afford it, that can see us. That the same way we can see them. So the one that in Liberia in government, they will give you information. Then you in Liberia, you in America, you confused. You saw the thing that just came up. Oh, they said they went in Nukutan there. When they did the survey, Mr. Cummings only got 4% in the whole Nukutan. Then Mr. Bwaka got 20. Then Mr. Weah got 50. Then you ask yourself, who gave the information? Oh, that the Spoon Network went there. Whoa. Spoon Network went there and gave you information. Then I'm gonna take the information out. Information I sort of believe. That the kind of information I sort of believe? No. No. Oh, they did a poll. They call people randomly. They call the number and this and that. They know that. But when they call, they say Joe, we get 100. Mr. Cummings get 2. Mr. Bwaka get 3. But how they did it? They say, oh, that's a group of people. They call you. They call your phone. Oh, wow. That's serious. That is very serious. That is pool. When the people call you, they don't ask you for your name. 2 things. They know that you already register as a Democrat or Republican or independent. But if you don't, they will ask you, are you a registered voter? Yes. Okay. Who are you going to vote for? They ask all they know your name. They know what is what. And they get other Democrats that vote Republicans. But they still ask the question. That is how they put it. Even the online polling is not scientific. It's not too, because some people get patient. They will use, okay, like for example, I got MSN, I got AOL account. I got my first account I had here. No, MSN.com. That was my first account. I still got it. I got AOL. Then before I got Comcast. I got the Yahoo and Gmail. So it's like if you use this email address and vote, you can't vote with it again. But that's too much waste of time. So the people know the trick. So the online polling, they really don't talk about it in America here. Because it's not correct. But say, oh, open the line. And tomorrow we're going to see, we're going to have a poll next week. The 3 candidates. Oh, George Weah came first. Joseph Bwaka came second. Mr. Cummings came third. Oh, Mr. Cummings and Joe Weah came first and second. Joe Weah came third. They put Mr. Cummings always third. Y'all listen. Mr. Cummings always third. They put Mr. Cummings third already because before we were 5, we were 5th. And thank God Mr. Cummings third. Then I come in the food. Look, we tired with that nonsense. Oh, and my own friend Timali, he said, we went to Liberia. Man, you got work to do. Yes, we got work to do. We don't know. Election it is free. We got work to do to walk around, to go to places and talk. Yes, we got work to. Ain't nobody like, we can admit it. We say yes. Man, if election will be held today, and Joshua will win again, or between Mr. Bwaka, where you talk to the people in Monrovia, can you show us tape? No tape. You can show us no tape, and then you want me to believe you? Then you're running a radio station? They put La Brossa name over. You will cry. Let him continue cursing Mr. Cummings. He cursing Mr. Cummings because you see, people think when they say you cursing Mr. Cummings, you insulting him, you disrespecting him. Mr. Cummings should apologize. I see why Charles Martin left the show. Oh yeah, Dillon. That people that Dillon, nobody trusts politicians. Yeah, that because of Dillon there. They're the one. That the one them who, when they cross the bridge, they cut the bridge behind. Then they don't want for nobody to cross. That they see Dillon when they ask him about first he was against dual citizenship. When they ask him, he tried to play it. He's senator now, he against it. Eh? So my people, UP said run away from their own. My man Edwin, you know you enjoy that song, man. I know you can't call me again. You enjoy that song, Edwin. You know that. UP, my man, they now put UP in Celine Dion, yeah. Because Macintosh, let me say this again, maybe that Macintosh, George, we are appointed Macintosh good governance. All the time he get a man not you. Macintosh said, thank you very much, but I think I want to contest. So I went back to my party. So Macintosh came back to UP. Waka people vest. But in fact, the man left. No, you can't stop the man. The man suspended his membership. The man suspended. The man suspended his membership. So the man coming back. The man said he want to contest. He want to primary Mr. Boaka the vest. Yeah, the vessel. For those of you, I know they will block some people. They will suspend some people tomorrow. Now they don't want us. They don't want the case to come back. So whatever decision, but UP will not contest. UP will not put out no candidate. Joe Boaka will have to join another party. He will have to form another party. And, you know. Thanks to everyone. And as I said, I will try my best to be on every 11 o'clock every day, prime time. So we will give the goods. We will deliver the message. Don't feel discouraged. Don't let nobody move you. Keep strong. Keep going live. Madeline, how are you, man? Madeline ready? She go live. That's good. Yeah. Jimmy, how are you, brother? Yeah. You see, and Gray just asked a very good contract or a very good question. He broke it down to the lowest. Why a player don't just walk out of a contract? You go, the man stay on you until you can break that contract between. You know, I don't understand people. Only you and myself can break the contract. Nobody, no law. And even the Article 17, you know, the Constitution is so funny. The way they word in the Constitution, you got to watch it. That Article 17 explain a lot of things. They even talk about associate at the start. They said all persons. They didn't say associate, they say organization has the right to assemble, meet, so like if you got problem with the government, you're supposed to assemble to your legislators place. You talk to your petitioner, you give your grievances, they move. And at the same time, it is your right. Every citizen, it is their right to associate. They never said, I must say I made a mistake on that. They never said associate and disassociate. No. They said associate and refuse. You see, so I can join you or I don't join you. You can't do nothing to me. So you can fight or the government if they say that, oh, everybody else should be member of the trade union, and you say no, I cannot. They can't force you under the law. Under the law, they can't force you. If you take them to court, you will not join the trade the union in Liberia. Nobody can force you. But if you join the union, expect that the union going to take money from you, and you can't take them nowhere because you already joined the union. So I got to check in the American Constitution if there is anything like this in this Constitution too. That means you're forced to be part of any union if it's up to you. But anyway, they don't force people to join the union. But they always say the company agree, they vote on it. And now this are the union that you forced to vote. It goes by this a democratic process. If the company allows, okay, y'all go ahead. The workers will vote. So that means the highest carry it. You that voted against it will have to join because it's a democratic process. So you got no choice on that. So I see why if you in a company like that union, you got no choice. Even if you don't like the union, you have to join the union because they voted on it. So guys, thank you very much. I appreciate your time. And tomorrow, I will come on tomorrow. Saturday, I have a funeral on Saturday. So Sunday, we're having a Mother's Day program. So I got a lot of things to do. Thank God I've already done half already. But tomorrow will be one of my busy days. So how are you, Connor? I like that. And they're talking about these guys, they're so confusing. They're talking about color and all. But black that color now. The guy said, no, the thing was not in color, it was in black and white. Oh, so you trying to tell me, say black is not a color and white is not a color? Oh, fire for fire. We're not here for that. We're ready for that. Okay. Thank you, Flomo. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Oh, you can cost me. Mm. And guess what? I wish you the same. May God bless you. May God bless you. I wish you the same. I pray that God continue to guide you. And I pray that God, did I pray for this person here? I pray that God bless you and give you the same favor and use the same words on you and bless your family with it. And just how it came back, it came to me, I give it right back to you. I pray that God will protect you and your family in that manner. And, so I wish you the same, yeah. Okay, guys, y'all have a good day. I'm going to leave you with that I call it my unity speech by Alex Cummings. Yeah. Well, not that one. I'm sorry, not that. Not that. I got it on this side. I forgot.
My fellow Liberians, despite our diversity, we are a united people, a great and noble people. Through the strength of our unity and the resilience of our determination, we have begun to rebuild a ravished country and have survived 2 deadly health crises. Our people have stood together as one united people, ready to face the future. Whether you are a fisherman of Grand Cru and Sino, the hunters of Grand Jide and River G, the farmers of Lofa and Bapolu, the Gola and Vai dancers of Bumi and Cape Mount, the hospitable people of Bassa and River Cess, the warriors of Maryland, the miners and explorers of Nimba, the merchants and traders of Bong, the welcoming people of Magibi, or the melting pot of Montserrado. We are one people, Liberians. We have a great challenge and opportunity ahead of us. In unity, we will rebuild this country as a shining example in Africa, demonstrating the power of a determined and united people. Our economy and our national budget will expand and grow like never before. We will improve the lives of our people and put smiles on the faces of our citizens. I promise you that together we can and will do the job. A new day is on the horizon. The time for babysitting is over. God bless you and God bless Liberia.
Come on, let them say ya. Come on, let them say ya. That in my business, you catching fever. Getting serious like empty river. Ain't no stopping by the river. And as we coming, we sweeping, we cutting, we moving all the way. Yeah, yeah. We coming, yeah. We gotta be coming. As we coming, we sweeping, we coming. Anywhere we meet obstacles, we gotta be coming. Now you watch it coming, yeah. We coming. When the year is nearly checking you again, guys, upon Wakoa. ABC, c'est fort. We coming. We gonna be coming. They are mon son, we coming. We gonna be coming. C'est coming, c'est fort. They are mon son, we gonna be coming. Everybody's talking about a make Alexander come here, but I can't move. Everybody's talking about a make Alexander come here. When the year is nearly checking you again, guys, from the shore of the Gorilla to the peak of the Himba mountain, we coming, yeah. We gotta be coming, and we coming from the Piso to the shores of the Shepherd. We gotta be coming, young guy, you're the cool we coming, yeah. We gotta be coming. From all the way, my puto to the peak, I wanna kiss it. Say one, say two, say three, say four. Come here, we coming. We gotta be coming. We coming. We gotta be coming. We coming. We gotta be coming. I said. Everybody's talking about a make a Alexander come here, but I can't move. Everybody's talking about a make a Alexander come here. When the year is still checking you again, guys, and when it comes, nobody should hold. Maserati to Nakibi, Passa to River Cess. Hey, all the way to Bone County. From Nima County to Granchida. River G, sign of Maryland and Grand Crew County. Love and get my bum in and Bapo County. We coming. We are coming. They are on to song now. We coming. We better be coming. C'est coming, c'est fort. Et à mon tour, sans vous better be coming. C'est tri, c'est fort. Coming. Better be coming.
Yeah, that is the Bassa people song there. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you highly. Share the video. We shouldn't give up. We should continue to fight. We will get there. I know we all want good for Liberia, but let us just do what is right. Some people will not talk to you. Some people are doing it for their own interests, but it's what it is. Politics. So if we want to be on the other side, to do things for ourselves, for our sake or whatsoever, I want to put it there. But we love our country, and every Liberian love Liberia, But we shouldn't make politics to devour us. But anyway, take care. You have a good day. God bless you. Be safe. If you to work and you're watching me, I want to say thank you very much. I know I kill a time with you too. So thank you. Thanks to everyone. I love you. So whatever you do, it will die with you. But whatever you do for others, it will remain as immortal. No matter how long the laser stays in the water, it will never turn into a crocodile. Remember, if you go in the bush, they leave when you're picking your medicine. The one that behind you, remember that somebody own. So don't think you the only person in that bush got your own juju. So watch what you say to people. Check yourself. The preacher man say, take the coal from your eye first before you tell the other man say you got coal in your eye. So thank you very much. I love you guys. LIB, hashtag ABC 2023. We must do everything for the sake of Liberia. Have a good day and God bless you.